nucleolus it looks like a dark sphere inside of a large sphere, which is the nucleus, and that is where the nucleolus stays. It combines proteins and ribosomal, which results in an incomplete ribosome. It also takes 25% of the nucleolus. It is important because it makes ribosomal subunit from the protein. It sends subunits out to the rest of the cell, which they combine into complete ribosomes, which they make protein. Protein makes tissues in our body. That's why the nucleolus is very important to our cells. If the nucleolus stopped functioning, it wouldn't be able to produce proteins for the other cells. Ribosomes are to create protein for the cells. So if the cell didn't have ribosomes, they wouldn't be able to produce protein for the other cells. It would cause the cells to stop working. If there were no ribosomes in the cell, then there would be no mRNA, which is a large family of RNA molecules that convey genetic information from DNA to ribosome. So a cell without ribosomes would not be able to survive. Red blood cells are the cells that carry the oxygen, remove carbon dioxide from the body. They are made inside your bones, where the bone marrow. They only live for 120 days. They look like little red spheres. The organelles that are in the red blood cells are the cell membrane, ribosomes, Golgi apparatus, cytoplasm, and centrioles. Red blood cells are made up of hemoglobin, which is the protein that carries the oxygen inside the red blood cell. In plants, mesophyll are the inner tissue in the plant, containing chloroplast. It looks like a big block with all these other organelles inside it to help it function. These organelles inside the mesophyll is the cell wall, cell membrane, nucleus, nucleolus, vacuole, cytoplasm, and chloroplast. The mesophyll is made up of ground tissue systems. They don't have much in common, only a cytoplasm. The plant cell has a cell wall and a cell membrane. The animal cell only has a cell membrane. Red blood cells carry oxygen and remove CO2 in your bones, as red blood cells are in your bones. Mesophyll is where most photosynthesis happens. It is where the mesophyll uses sunlight to synthesize nutrients for the cell. Red blood cells are important to the overall health of our cells because it carries the oxygen in our bones and body and takes out the carbon dioxide. These cells don't have a nucleus, so it has more room for protein. Mesophyll is important to the overall health of the cell is because that's where most photosynthesis happens, and photosynthesis is where it captures the sunlight and synthesizes food for the plant.